What up, everybody? What is going on? It is 8:30. Market just opened. There's the bell. Ding, ding, ding. And here we go. So now the plan is to sit back, relax, and watch how the morning plays out. So thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. It is Thursday, May 20th, 2021. If you watch my pre-market video, you know that I expect a little upside today. It definitely popped there in the pre-market. And I'm expecting a little bit of profit taking, but we'll see what happens. I don't want to play predictions, but we'll see what happens here. So, yeah, definitely calls is the name of the game today, I would anticipate. I'm not even going to look at puts. I'm not even going to put a put in the watch list. So if it breaks down, obviously we'll shift game plans. But right now, we're going to play calls. Fantastic. SPY is already, E-Trade's already doing that thing where it's not updating. So it sounds like it should be a good day. Big old green candle here. I'm going to start out on the 3-minute right here. Big old green candle starting out the day. And we popped all the way from 410 to up here 411.78. So very strong opening right there at the moment. Both Tuesday and Wednesday I played early and I got smoked both times. So I'm not playing the morning session. I'm going to let this thing shake and bake out and then figure out what it wants to do. And I will step in and make our profits. I'm going to delete these lines. These are yesterday's trends. I don't want these. Man, big old green candle coming up 412.32. And this thing's popping. This thing's popping. All right, so just watching here with these green candles getting just taking each other over one after one, and when I see some red come in here and possibly, veteran said this thing may not fade. Yeah, this thing's pretty strong, So. So any sign of weakness in the pullback right here, I'll probably jump in a position, but I just I don't want to jump the gun, but I also don't want to miss out on major profits if this thing is going to keep raging. I know we could have this day let's go back to another day where it kind of did this similar open action. It wasn't too long ago. It was last week when we raged like this. Yeah, see, it did this. It did this action where it beasted, and then we had this little chop, and then we went on to the races here. So very similar open right here. Let's see how the next few minutes play out, and we'll determine how we're going to go from here. But this thing is beasting up to 412.63. That's, man, that is $2.50 off of the pre-market highs, or the pre-market lows, I should say. Sorry. What's going on, Chris? How's it going? I became a Patreon supporter today. I want you to remember me when you're rich or famous. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate you being here, buddy. I appreciate you being here. Whittler Cody coming in with the puts. Man, that guy, he's got some trades. If it does reject here, I'll be looking to. I'm gonna go ahead and form a preliminary top range line. Nothing to be analytical about. It's more of a visual aid to kind of see where the trend is and where the prices are going. Got a little bit of a dip here on the red candle. And Luca's taking puts too. Interesting. I want to be, today my primary goal is a longer trade. And I'll scalp if I need to. But yeah, scalps are more of a fallback strategy for me. If I don't see a long position, when I mean long, I mean hour or two, into the afternoon. Obviously, I don't hold overnight. But, if I don't see those positions, I'll absolutely do scalps, as y'all know. I'll come in and out of position in 20 seconds if need be. But, you know, that's not my primary goal. My primary goal is to get a strong setup where I can carry into a 20 or 25% profit, if not more. That's always my goal. So I'm going to wait for that setup. And if I don't see it, then we'll switch to scalps. But right now, I'm not interested in taking a quick put. I just want I want a longer call today. Let's take a look at people are saying the XLF just flipped right. Oh yeah, big sell off on the XLF. That's what's pulling the SPY down. So this may be a good buying opportunity if that is the case. Let's take a look at the Q. Q is getting a little red here, and this all is profit taken. This is what we're talking about. A little bit of a dip here. So, oh, and the Q spiked. Let's see what the SPY is doing. So, definitely big spike on the LXLF. So, I'm not going to grab a position in SPY because of this. This may weigh SPY down. So, big sell off, red candle after red candle here on XLF. So be careful on the SPY. It may bring down. It may bring down. Coming back to the YouTube live. Here we go. What's up? And SPY is raging. Just sold off those or bought up those red candles big time. What are your plays? Right now, I've got nothing on the table. Hey, this thing's raging again. I got nothing on the table right now. I am looking at the May 24th, 413 calls, and I think I'm going to adjust those because this thing is raging, but I'm going to let things shake out before I start popping things around here. I see a lot of downward pressure. The Q is raging big time. Like, the Q's up big. Let's see what Fang is doing. I currently have Netflix. I mean, they're at that point as a 1.2 per. I got a few of those missing. I got to put Amazon on there. But yeah, so the morning range so far, it just rejected it again. So, or rejected the first time. We've got a 4 in the first range. And now this is just a preliminary. This is just visual aid. I'm not making analytical calls based on this line yet. It's still too early to do that. There's that IV. Whittler's talking IV stuff in there, baby. Implied volatility. So yeah, what Whittler Cody is saying, if you're watching the room, is that the puts SPY is higher than it was when he bought those puts, and yet his puts are profitable. Which is meaning the implied volatility is increasing. When implied volatility increases, the premiums increase as well. So that's why he's experiencing that phenomenon right now, and that works both ways. If IV drops, your premiums are going to go down, notwithstanding of the SPY price. And so now remember what I said earlier. You know, we went and looked back to a few weeks or last week when SPY raged on that trend day where we popped early. Let's go back to the SPY where we popped early and then we based and then kept on going. So this looks similar so far. So far it's holding that play, and I don't mind taking a position here. Now XLF is still crashing. This is what's throwing me off here. So I don't want to get swapped with a big old red candle, but the Q is still climbing crazy. And yeah. Christian says, oh, what does that have to do with the Greeks? Gosh, I wish there was a video I could watch to learn from it. Y'all are silly. Y'all are silly. So here, yeah, right now we popped early. We're trading right here. I'm not in a position yet. I want to see follow through because this is where you get emotional. This is where you get emotional because you're like, oh, is it going to go up? Am I going to miss the base? Is it going to come down? Well, you know, this is why I'm kind of looking at the whole picture here. And this is why, oh, look at that. See, red candle forming. This has got a lot of weight. I mean, look at this. It's selling off hard. So I think that's too much weight for SPY to rage. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But either way, we'll see what's going on. Did you buy or sell puts? No, I did not. About to exit my call. 43% profit. Well done. Well done. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. I don't know if I said it earlier, but thank you very much for your Patreon support. I really, really appreciate it. All right, so yeah, we are got this little round action here. XLF is still selling hard. What are the bonds doing? Bonds are increasing. What's the volatility? Volatility is down. What's volatility is down? Let's see here. Yeah, so bonds are spiking. The financial sector is dipping hard and currently rebounding here. And SPY is still holding up. It's still holding strong. It doesn't seem to be affected. VIX is way down, so it's not going to leave too much concern into a rotation mode because VIX is way down. If you see VIX spike, then you're going to have a lot of pressure in the market here. So right now, VIX is way down. Qs is raging like crazy. So yeah, big old spike. I mean, before I even got back to the SPY chart, it's just killing it. It's killing it. Good stuff, though. Good stuff. And this is a good observation here. I'm trying to talk through all my thoughts and processes here, so y'all can kind of get a feel of the morning session. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, if y'all on here, if you missed it, we had our first Patreon-only pre-market chat today, which I went over my processes and thoughts and pre-market thoughts going into the first part of the day here. So it was awesome stuff. Had a little technical difficulties, but we got that sorted out. It's good stuff. Just one of the perks of being a Patreon supporter. And we just broke off the previous morning spike high. XLF is starting to base here at the bottom. Let's see what goes on there. And QQQ is not having any trouble at all. So tech is up big. Tech is up big. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, so this looks like the 14th. Amazing day at the close yesterday. I was down 36 at one point with a 5% gain. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Good job, Rob. Thanks for being here, buddy. Bought midday at the sell-off, and SPY is about to break this top again. It's just uptrending. Let's see what XLF is doing. If this continues here, I'm going to take a position here. Let's see, 75. May 24th, come right down. 250. All right, so May 24th, 413 calls now are currently at $2.48 a piece. And we're just looking. Hey, there's that pop. Man, this thing just keeps on going. All right, I'm pretty close to taking a position here. This thing's looking strong. I anticipate this being a trend day. XLF is now currently rebounding, and the Q is doing the same. And I'm definitely close to calls here. Look at that. That thing is just basing up. Look at that. Yeah, this thing is going to be a trend day. So I am about to take some positions here and hold them. Yes, we did. When candles break through the morning's high range like this, made it through, did you replace the top level range? I will. I'll reset that at 9:05 my time, which is in about 15 minutes here. So, yeah, that's why I said that's pretty much just a visual aid of what's going on. But, yeah. And this thing has been on a straight linear climb since 7:30 my time here. So just crushing it. Just absolute crushing it here since about 7:30. All right. Did I take a position? No, I did not. No, I did not, but I'm very close here. So this is kind of one of those things that new traders struggle with, and I'll kind of talk through that. That, you know, they have this thing where this thing is going to pop, and they're like, oh, well, if I take a call, we might get a dip and go. Yes, very true, but where is the overall sentiment? Where's the overall sentiment? And let's look at the 5 minute here. This thing is going to ride the 8 all the way up all day. So it's like, oh, if I get a dip. Yes, you may get a dip, and you may go down 10% here if we dip. But where's the all sentiment? Do you think there's going to be a huge sell-off? I do not. Look at the trend. This thing has been beasting since 7:20. This is going to be a trend day. It's going to keep on grinding up all day. So where do you play? It's best to just take a position, and I'm pretty much about there. I've seen what I need to see. This thing is crazy bullish. People are buying it up. XLF sold off hard, and it didn't even phase SPY. Volatility is way down, so that's not a concern, at the moment at least. So I'm pretty close to a position here. Currently basing at this level, and yeah, so And we're about, what, 10 minutes away from morning session identification. So all right, we're about here. I'm going to take a call right here because we're on that 8. I think it's going to follow the 8, and let's just kind of play with that right now. Let's see what we got here. And it's kind of testing. Let's go back to the 3, and it's testing that 8 EMA. That's the 1 minute. I don't care. So I'd love for this thing to come down and touch the 8, and then if it does, I'll probably take a call right about here and just let this thing bounce. So just be ready. Be ready. Thanks, Ethan. Thanks for being here, man. You're welcome for the stream. Thank you for being here. In at 218, out at 214. Well done. Well done. All right, the second this thing approaches this 8, I'm probably going to take a position, so be ready if you are looking at a call. I'm going to play that bounce off of the 8 EMA here. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Never even came down to it. I'm going to go with the 415 calls on these. I've got these loaded up, 415 calls. And then my entry point is going to be right here. So we'll see. Actually, nope, I didn't. I said that wrong. I'm not entering yet. Don't be freaking out. Okay, so never mind, crash canceled. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Nope, we're just basing. All right, XLF is right here. The SPY is here. Yep, May 24th, 415. I switched them to the 415s. So all right, on the 15-minute chart here, I want to take a look at this. Look at that big old candle on the 15. That's a massive, massive green candle at the top here. So well, that's the Q. So let's look at that one. All righty. So here we are, bought up again. May 24th, 4:15 calls. Yep. Not sure what a place low is at opening. The open. That's what it is. That's why this is, range days and yeah, it is. Range days and whatchamacallit. Sorry, I'm thinking about some trend days look very different. Alrighty. The rare triple canceled. Yeah, funny stuff. The canceling of the cancel has been canceled. They're being goofy over there in the SPY exchange room, telling jokes and stuff. How do you step or stop loss for these? If I'm monitoring the market, as I have been on the YouTube lives, I don't set a stop. If I have to step away and like not doing this a lot, if I'm not fully engaged after I take a position, I absolutely set a stop. It's 15%. But other than that, I don't set a stop because I'm manually monitoring this. But having said that, you have to trust your system very well. You got to get in and out very quickly. So, how do we factor in today's jobless report into the projected market? I think from a numbers perspective, it's not anything different. It's slightly better than what we thought. It's not something that's going to affect the market, other than they were prepping for bad news, which is why we saw a red pre-market, and then it came out better than expected, and then here we are, or it came out flat. So, and then here we are. So, I guess when people expect bad news, they take risk off, and now they just put the money back in the market, and that's what you're seeing here. So, what you're seeing in this little stall right here is just people taking money off, a little profit taking. So, how to take a phone call. What's the position? Not in one yet, but I did update my watch list to May 24th, 4:15 calls. Cheers, Devery. Thanks for being here. Appreciate y'all being here. How many people we got in the live chat today? How many people? Let's see if we break our record. 294. Not yet. We're about 20 off of our all-time record. So, get ready for morning ranges. That's right, baby. That's right. So yeah, for y'all watching, we've got about 5 minutes till we put the real morning range. That was just this morning, kind of see where things were basing. So in fact, you know what? Just to keep from confusing y'all, I will take that off. All right, about to touch the 8 EMA on the 3-minute chart. Hey, you know what? I was wondering why I didn't have that on there. Let's take that off. I had a double 8 EMA. It was freaking me out. So yeah, so let's see if this holds true with the 8 EMA on the 3-minute chart, and we get a bounce and go higher, baby. This seems to be a trend day. It looks like a trend day. Q's slipped again. Y'all need to zoom out on your charts. Yep, I think this is going to be a trend. It feels like a trend. I don't mean to Dr. Phil y'all, but it just looks and feels like a trend. We'll see what happens. I could get smoked. Watch. SPY could be like, all right, shut up, OM. And just for saying that, I'm going to give you a nice little 4-inch red candle. So Good vibe for trade today. Thanks, Eddie. Appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being here. Thank you all. Mr. Chillenby, check out my TradingView affiliate link. I am a TradingView affiliate, so if you do want to sign up and get you a plan in TradingView to get all the cool features and all of the different indicators you can use, go ahead and use my link in the Discord. It's under the affiliate link channel, and you can use that code to sign up, and we both get some cool perks. So anything to help y'all, So with SPY to use market order to get in, you don't skip since the market spread. It depends. Well, I say that I always use limit order. However, for the sake of your argument, there's not like SPY's at the spread is so tight, it doesn't really matter. If you want to use market order to get in a position, especially if we're trending one way or the other, and you just want to get in, like today, it's not that big a deal. There's nothing wrong with that. So, which version of TradingView do you use? I have the Pro Plus. And I'm in a position. Here, let me post this here. All right. I'm tired of riding this baby, and we're going to hold this. So we will see. All right, took that position there at $1.73. The May 24th, 415 calls. Everyone's got jokes. That's funny. Y'all crack me up. 6% was for chumps. Y'all crack me up. All right. That's what I like to see, baby. All right. So my target is $1.90. That's going to be 10%. So that's what I'm looking for on my premiums. That's the first target. Sometimes you just got to make a play, you know? I see things going on. I like the way things are going. We're currently at the top of the range here. And it just keeps, it's hard to even form range lines because it keeps popping and popping and popping. So it's like, all right, well. And we're currently right there, so let's set these lines. We're at the morning, so there's the morning, and then just set one at the open. Just set one at the open. There you go. There you go. That's the morning trend. Beautiful, beautiful. When you enter a position on the Discord, what do you think of adding percentage of profile into that play in order to indicate your levels of confidence? Oh, okay. Well, that's a medium confidence play. I'd say that's a medium confidence play. It's a good question. It's a good question. And now we're just looking. So I would like to hold this position for a while. Like I want to see this thing go on. And, you know, what my plan is the exit right now. I've got $1.90 as a 10%. I think what I'll do is at 10% take some of the position off. I'll take some of the position off here at $1.90 if we get there and then hold the rest, but we'll see. And then still climbing here. We're still climbing. XLF is on the uptrend on the 5-minute chart. What's the Q doing? The Q is climbing. SPY is still climbing. So we're looking a little good here. We're looking a little good. Nothing to get euphoric about, but, you know, we're looking good. Looking good. And red candle stalls it a little bit. Cool. Q's still climbing. Q's popping on the 5. Let's see. So in the SPY, if you look at the 3, it loves to use that 8 EMA as bounce. So it's just up, up, bounce. And when on days like this, it uses that 8 strong and just kind of continues up all day long. So good old tech. Yep. Yeah, you got to. Yeah, for sure. The West market's tough to trade the market. It was like, yeah, 6:30. So you got to be up early to do a little research and look at stuff and see how things are going. So on the West Coast, for sure. Currently at my buy price right now, 173. And we're right at the 8 EMA or touch above it on the 3-minute chart here. So let's see if we get that bounce off the 3. And tech here, what's tech doing? Booyah. All right. XLF is dropping. Cool, cool, cool. I'm just watching. We're just watching. On a day like this, no, Matt. On a day like today, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. Wrong one. I'm going to delete that. Don't need that in there. And here we go. And let's go to the 5 right here. Yep, the candle's so big. Yep, for sure, for sure. And we got the biggest red candle of the day right here. And so we'll see what happens here. Now let's look at the volume support here. So we got this volume that's just stair stepping up. So volume 411, 412.70, 413 is stepping up here. I'm going to zoom out here to the weekly chart. So yeah, we got this big volume right here at the mid 414.43 level. And we'll see what happens. And my gains are reset. Y'all are funny. And the Q 5 minute. A little bit of green coming back into it. Let's see where we can take us. Let's see where we can take us. So the Q bounced off the 8 EMA on the 3 minute chart. And let's see if SPY did the same. The SPY dipped just below the 8 and a little bit of green coming here. We'll see what happens. Excellent screenshot. Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. So we've got this right here at the 413.08 level, 412. Right at this little volume here on the 3 minute, 5 day chart. Right there. So I want to look at the prior day when it hit this. So back on, what is this? This is the 18th, so 2 days ago. We were up here at the 415 level, came down, and then we bounced hard off this 413 level area, and then came up, and then of course we tanked into that day there. So I'm just watching this area. We're currently at this strong support area, strong volume level. We need to break through this level right here with this upper momentum. Right there. So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, that job report's already out. It was out, I think, 8:30 Eastern. Or I'm sorry, 7:30 Eastern time, I think it came out. Back from the dealership. Hey, what'd y'all buy? What'd y'all buy? An alternator. There you go. Alternators are never fun. This thing's riding 1% above my stop. I know, it's like right there. It's right there. So. Let's look at the 5. So yeah, we're the 8 EMA we're on the 5 minute chart is currently right here at this level, and then the 3 minute we're riding the 8 EMA on the 3. Currently riding right there on the 3. Some green candles on the XLF, on the Q, and the Q's touching the 8 as well, riding at the 8 EMA on the 3. So. What's your thoughts on the intro today? I mean, I'll let you know in a few minutes. Right now, things were uptrending, so I want to see this thing continue forward and pop through this 413 level. So we will see. We will see. Yep, Q just bounced off their 8. Let's take a look at the SPY. SPY still riding the 8 EMA, and that's what it does. Like, If you look back on the days that are trend days, that's what it does. It rides the 8. Boom. Just rides it up like a trampoline all the way up and up and up and up. So, you know, we'll see. I'm riding it out. Riding it out. You should start your times like 5 3 instead of always clicking the drop down. Yeah, I do. Well, what I do is I use the numerical. So like here or there, you know, so that's how I change it. Dropped out, broke, you know it though. That's all right. So I'm just waiting right here. So still grinding. Here's the thing, though. You know, everyone talks about how, hey, how can I expect to buy at the open, and how am I going to have the guts to hold it out through a trend day all day? Well, sometimes you gotta face these little grinding moments. If you're going to sell on every little red candle, which you may be right, this thing could roll over and tank, but you have to you have to be willing to go red 3 to 4 to 5% on your position if you want to hold throughout a trend day. You just got to get through the entry. And then if you have a trend day, that's where you get your 50% gains, your 60% gains. You just have to get into a position, and then you have to ride out this stuff. You have to. Like, what if you're going to sell on this stuff right here, then you're never going to get the big trend days, because this is part of it. You're going to have a little bitty, all right, up, base, up, and then base, up, and then base. That's what a trend day looks like. It just doesn't go green, 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 green. And that's what you have to do. Will you take a loss sometimes? Absolutely. Absolutely. But that's the only way you're going to be able to hit those 60% gains on a trend day. You've gone minus 50. Yep. Now, yeah, once you get through the entry, that's the thing, is that you want to get a good entry where you can kind of have some padding, where you go up 15, 16, 20%, and then figure out where to go. Now, if we reject this again, I'll probably have this position and then re-enter or figure out what's going on, or at least take some things off, but we'll see. What makes you think this is a trend day? It's not necessarily I think about it. I'm just saying that you're not going to hit one of those big trend day wins if you're not willing to get through the shakeout. So that's all there is to it. Now the optimum thing about getting through that is buying a position where it goes up quickly, where you don't really have to worry about going negative and you're just green all day long. But you have to make an entry and you got to get through all that crap and you have to get through the fluctuations. So. So this thing here it's either going to trampoline off the 8 and bust through this range, or it's going to roll and retrace to the bottom of the range, or at least down a little bit. I'm not going to say the bottom of the range, that's big. And that's what I'm looking for. If this continues to retrace right here, if this bounces off that range, then that's what I'm going to consider entering a position and getting a better entry on a lower. But I'm watching this little top range right here. All right, we're currently up to $1.78 here. I'm not going to risk the whole position if we continue to chop this little red candle. So, but we're right at the top. We're right at the top. That's what I want to see. All right, I'm closing half here at $1.79. crap, that didn't take. I hit submit order, but it didn't take the bid, so hold on. And we're back down $1.73. Great. Yep, that's why I say it doesn't seem it wants to break that range, so. All right. Numeric on keyboard, yep. Yeah, so if you're watching the live stream here, you can change your time frames. You hit 3, enter. You can hit 4, or no, I don't play the 4, 5, enter. That's the 5 minute. Or you can hit 15, enter, and just change the time frame very quickly instead of having to click around. So. All right, see, what had happened is that I took that position at $1.73, and then I wanted to see we pop that morning range on the SPY right here. We started popping up here and rejecting. That's why I took half my position off. It's just reducing that risk. 1 cent gain, negligible. But yeah, that's just a way of me saying I don't really like what's going on here. I'm not willing to risk the whole position, and I want to see follow through. Now, if we follow through with volume, I'll add back into that position. But right now, here we are. Here we are, so. Got another subscriber. Cool stuff. Well, we got a little break in the action, and we're waiting. We got a lot of new Patreon subscribers. Awesome stuff. So Chris Daniel, Zubair, Arceus, awesome stuff, man. Thank you all for supporting the Patreon and coming in here and helping out the community, man. Your support is what's going to help this baby grow and help others. So thank you very much. If you want to support the Patreon, I've got the links in the Discord. I can also post it here if you're interested. And then, of course, you got the YouTube Super Chats. So YouTube Super Chats, man. So just a couple of different ways to support the channel. All completely voluntary, but it's just a way to grow this thing so we can reach as many people as possible and help the outreach and grow the outreach and help as many people as possible. So thank you very much. Department of Car Stereo Repair, I am holding the May 24th, 4:15 calls. Stop loss is in the money. Best feeling ever. Absolutely. Absolutely. What's up, Joni? Thanks for being here. Yeah, you can. Awesome stuff. Thank you very much. Up 30% on average thanks to OM Fam and membership. Thank you, Johnny. Appreciate it. Thank you for being here. I love the fact that everyone is learning how to make money, learn how to do this right, hedge, manage risk, all that stuff. 309 watching. Awesome stuff. Yeah, 314. We're coming up there on nearing my all-time highs on my YouTube Live streaming, so good stuff. Currently sitting right at the top of the range. XLF is 3 minute. A little bit of red candle there again, so it's currently sticking to this top range. It doesn't want to give it up. It's not crashing, but it's just sticking. It's glued right to this top range. So what I want to see is it finally gets a little bit of volume. This volume is not there, and really pop this thing through this resistance. I've only been trading since September. I taught myself a lot. OM's taking me to a new level. Look at that, 103% portfolio gain. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Every little red candle's getting bought up. So we're really sticking right on there like glue, man. So look at that. It just keeps popping right above the range. And just now we need this thing to go. Now we need this thing to go. Actually, this thing's a little off. It needs to be a little touch high right there. Right there. Yeah, no problem, Department of Car Stereo Repair. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. Is this considered consolidation at the top of the range? Yeah, we're just setting up for the next play. That's all it is that the Bulls and the Bears are setting right here. And no one's winning. It's just stalemate. Consolidation. That's pretty much the layman's term of consolidation. So Remy says, thanks. The awesome Greek video from yesterday. Thank you very much. I'm glad you liked it. So I tried to, there's a billion videos out there on explaining the Greeks, and they're talking about all the stuff and technical indicators. And I watched a few to kind of get a few of what's everyone talking about? How's everyone explaining the Greeks? And it's all super technical. And they're throwing around a lot of big words and jargon and like a lot of look at me and throwing it. It's like, I just wanted y'all to know what the Greeks are. Like, that's all it is. And I tried to break it down as basic as I could. As basic as I could. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Got a lot of good feedback. So good stuff. All right, got a little bit of a green candle forming. Let's see if we can finally pop through. Taking its time. Thanks to my first option win on the first option play ever. You are the man. Looking forward to learning and growing. Thanks, Ethan. I appreciate you being here, man. It's awesome stuff that you got your first option win with the OM community. It's good stuff. Just learn to do it over and over again. Learn to do it over and over and over again. I bought it at 1.7 and 173 4 different times, and it pulled out to 1.8 now. Thanks. I'm scalp all day like this. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, Cammy. There's absolutely nothing wrong with doing a little scalps like that if that's your play. So, no smoke up your butt, but the Greek video was pro. Thanks, Ian. I appreciate that. Good stuff. I just tried to break it down as basic as I could, you know. We broke to morning high. Yep. We're just unfortunately there's no volume and it's a stick there. It's sticking there. It's stuck. That's why I took half my position off, and that's just me taking some risk off. I'm leaving half on because I want to see that follow through, but I took half off just in case we get the downside. So. Looking through here, let's see the 415s. All right, so look, let's talk about the Greeks a little bit. A little application from the movie yesterday, the video yesterday. So the 415, the May 24th 415 calls right now have a delta of 0.168, with a premium of $1.80, and we paid $1.73. So let's take a look here. You know, I'll even bring up my calculator here. And let's just take a look. So, if the, what did I say? It's 4168. We paid $1.73. So, in the event that SPY rages $1 up here, it goes to, what is it? It's at 413.69. Say if it goes to 414.69, we $1.73 is what I paid at least. It goes up 0.4168. No, it's 14. 4168. That's what the delta is. $2.14. 0.4168 divided by the $1.73 that I paid is a 24% gain. If it goes $2, we'll have a 48% gain, and that's what we're looking at. And it's kind of based off of my system. Now, my system always dials it in to about that delta, roughly anywhere from 35 cents to 41 cents right now. Currently, the implied volatility is 13% on these, which is very, very low. Very, very low. So the risk of losing value due to Vega is quite low because 13% is very, very low on these contracts. Now, let's look at the let me take a look here. I got to add that back in there. Let's see. Select columns. I got to put the gamma in here. All right, so the gamma on these is 6 cents, which means the delta will fluctuate 6 cents for every dollar and change. And it's just a way to look at stuff. It's just a way to look at stuff. Application. All right, if we zoom out on this chart, you see a little bit, so I'll minimize that. You see that we do have this upward trend. And on the 3-minute, SPY is bouncing off the ADMA. And I will need this to pop the top range. All right, let's see what the room's talking about here. Let's look. Which is easier to do? Make $1,000 from $100 or make $10,000 from $1,000? It's the same ratio, so it's really the same. Now, the problem with having a $100 account is that it's going to limit the contracts you can buy. That's the problem with that one. So I would say just because of that, it would be easier to go from 1,000 to 10,000, just because you can buy more contracts. If considering that we're putting all that in there, but big old red candle right here on the SPY on the 3 minute. So, all right, let's see here. I need to pop that out. Squeeze momentum. Nope. All right, bring the squeeze momentum back up. It is cooling on the 3 minute here. Got on my call again, 18%. Bounced right off the 8 on the 5. Yep, I mean, it's sticking to the 8. It's sticking to the 8 on the 3 minute. On the 3 minute chart, it's right there on it now. And then the 5 minute as well. But the EMA is flat here, so. And more red candles coming in. And popping down. So, still a strong day, though. Until I see some reverse in trend, I'm holding on to the last half of these calls. It's fine. Like, we're still, like, there's not any major weakness yet. So, just waiting. What does the squeeze momentum tell us? It tells us the momentum of the action in the direction of travel that's indicated on the indicator. So, like right here, you've got bright green and dark green, and then you can kind of see on the red days you've got red, bright red, and dark red. So, the bright green indicates the indication of travel here is up, buying. Buyers have the momentum. And then right here you've got the gray crosses, and the gray crosses means you've released the squeeze. When you've got a dark crosses like right here, the dark black crosses, 3 in a row indicates that you're in a squeeze, which means the buyers and sellers are duking it out. There's not really any trend in terms of the volume of the buyers and sellers. And when you break that trend and actually release the squeeze, which means you actually one of the sides takes over. Like right here, for example, the squeeze was released to the north side, which indicates buying, and boom, we have this upward momentum here. Now, in this indication here, it would say that we're cooling, just slowly downtrending here now. The dark green candle would indicate that we're just trending back into a squeeze and coming back down. So, and if we come back down to a range where it's flat with black crosses right here, that means that the volume isn't pushing one way or the other. We're just consolidating. It's indicative of a consolidation. Which is easier to lose, 1,000 or 10,000? And then I'd say, I mean, more money, more problems, right? Isn't that what the song is about? So I'd say 10,000, but it all depends on, how you play. 10,000 in my hands is a lot, it's a lot harder to lose than 10,000 in, a YOLOer. You put 10,000 in a YOLOer's hands and it'll be gone like that. You put 10,000 in my hands, it may take a little bit longer. So it's all about the person, it's all about the person. Do I plan on doing an educational video on squeeze momentum? Yes, I do. In fact, that's going to be my next video. I look towards the community and my mods to kind of give me a direction of what people are wanting in terms of video content, and that's going to be the next one. They said that a lot of people are asking about the squeeze Momo, so I'm going to do that. So it's 3 gray crosses, bright green, a histogram, breakout of possible at entry point. Yes, it is. Now, be aware. I usually play off the 5 and the 3 minute chart. The 5 minute chart could give you a delayed entry. If you're switching from a squeeze into a breakout or from a negative breakout and we reverse directions, like we get a bounce and aggressively climb up, you could miss a position. You could miss an entry. That's why you have to look at other indicators. It's not ironclad. So, and let's find a good example of that so you can kind of see when the squeeze Momo fails you. All right, here you go. Look at this one. So we're in the squeeze down here. This is the 5 minute chart. This is why it's hard to use the 5 minute. Here's the 5 minute chart. So we're in the squeeze a long time. Pretty much all day we're in the squeeze. All black crosses means you're in the squeeze. We get a little red here. It's still nothing. Black cross, black cross, black cross. All right, so here. There's my first buy indication. This is an entry position. Look at it. So you get a buy indication here. You've already missed the entire movement because it happened very aggressively. So if you were to enter here, you get a little bit of a gain, but you would miss the entire movement on the 5 minute chart. So you got to take this with a grain of salt on certain plays and use your other indicators. The 8 EM, like the 8 and 21, that's why it's my bread and butter, because it's surprising how much the price action of the SPY plays with the 8 and 21 so accurately. And if you look back and do your chart research, you can find out when things look trendish, when things look choppish, when the 8 is crossing over the 21 several times. On trend days, usually the 8 and 21 won't touch each other until like the last couple hours of the day. If you go back and look on the 14th or other days, like that's a trend up day, the 8s and 21 barely ever touch. They might come down and get very close or even kind of like kiss a little bit, but they never cross, and they just bounce right off and they go on about their business. So that's why it's very important, one, to know your systems, whatever play. Number two, study chart history so you can know what kind of how things react and how things go. And like if you actually do use TradingView, which is one of the best parts about TradingView, is like you can use a replay function. So if you go back to replay function and like click here, and then you can do your chart research in real time and try to pick a random chart where you don't know what the day's going to do. Just go back and click one, and then hit play, and you'll see how the charts, just like in real time. You could speed it up a little bit, of course. You could slow it down to real time. You could speed it up. You can see how charts play. It's like, all right, well, here's the 8 21. All right, things are looking bullish. The 8 crosses up through the 21, and it comes up, and then the price comes down and bounces off the 8 again and continues to climb. So it's a great way to do your chart analysis and test your systems without doing it real time. You can go back on a Saturday or on a Sunday or a nighttime and do this if you got some spare time. Instead of watching Netflix, instead of watching, what is that show? Nailed It or something like that, whatever that show is on Netflix, you can come back and do this. Netflix is not going to make you $1 million. This is going to make you $1 million. This is what you need to be doing. Interesting. I have a call from Romania coming into my phone. That's not a good sign. Hi, Romania. Oh, it's a spam call. Sorry. I'm going to hang that one up. I don't think Romania wants to talk to me. Good stuff. Okay. Let's see what's happening in the SPY room. I freaked out for a minute. I took my eyes off of it and I saw this big dip. I was like, uh-oh, SPY's dipping, but that's just a replay. Let's exit that mode. Let's go back to real time here. Yeah, so you definitely use the replay function in TradingView. It's fantastic. It's a great way to learn. I'm from Romania. You are from Romania. It's awesome. It's weird. I look down, I see Romania is calling me. It's crazy. But don't have your cell phone. They're trying to reach you about your extended warranty. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. All right. Let's take a look at something because I have an interesting observation. Here we go. We're with Luca. All right, so we're still holding this position. And yeah, so. I love it. Beautiful. Very well done. Man, I can't wait to roll this thing out to everybody. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. It's going to be a key center point when I actually start doing video on my live streams. So I love it. Well done. Thank you very much, man. I can't wait to roll this out. So, BHE Designs, who you see here on the YouTube chat, he's doing a special project just for me and for the OM community. It's quite amazing stuff, and his artwork is beautiful. So just be on the lookout for that coming out in the future. This is going to be good stuff. Good stuff. Now we're just waiting to see this thing pop. Grind it up, baby. Premium is currently at $1.83. We're 10 cents up off our price point, our cost. Okay, Ethan says, all right, homework replay function to see how the price interacts with the 8 and 21 crossovers and the TTM squeeze. Do you not use the RSI anymore, as you mentioned in all videos? Yes, I still use it. It was heavy in my system back in the day when I was doing a lot of stuff. Hey, here we go. Finally get a breakout. Go, 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 go. There's the breakout I was looking for, baby. There's the breakout I was looking for. Let's see. Let's make sure it holds. Yeah, BHE Designs. If y'all want some cool stuff, please follow him. In fact, BHE, if you want to post your job or your website into the YouTube chat, please go ahead and y'all can go take a look at what he does. A lot of cool artwork. So good stuff. Anytime I can get somebody who's helping me out, helping them out, go for it, man. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. Big greeny candle. That's what I like to see. I'm playing. Here on. I gotta play some Creed. I can't put Creed in through the YouTube live though, because I'll get taken down. Scott Stapp will come in and smack me in the face. Portfolio gain, baby. I like it. Can you take me higher? All right, I love it. Kevin D'Angelo, BHE is the man. Yes, he is, buddy. You're the man as well. Thank you for being here. His work's incredible. What is the optimal numbers of use to use for trading? Man, there's a lot of stuff. I make so much more money when I win and then when I lose. Creed, yeah, buddy. Scott Stapp is on Cameo for $2.99. I think we need a custom shout out from the man himself. That is a fantastic idea. You know what? I am going to look into that. I love Creed anyway. Like I honestly do. They're one of my favorite bands because a couple of their songs hit home for me. So I'm definitely going to look into it. So let's see if we can take this thing higher. We did just pop through, but I want follow through. You know, I am not going to get the warm and fuzzies on this position until we start come up here and start consolidating a little higher. What I want to see is this kind of consolidation up here in the 415 range. So now, what's the weekly trend? The week high. Let's see what is. Let me take a look here. The week high is what, this 416 level is what we topped out on. So 416.74 is a weekly high. If we come anywhere close to that, now we're currently in this tight range, which is at 414. I want to see this come through the top. If we come through the 416 is when I'll start looking at taking the stuff off if we do get that breakout. And I'm just thinking long term. I'm formulating the plan that's 5 steps ahead if we are fortunate enough to get up to the 416 area. Let's see. Julie says, just joining out. This trade still has some upside to join in with this breakout, possibly. If you're planning on entering the other half of position, yes. If we do get follow through here, we got this big old green candle. It's not selling off yet. We got a little red candle there, but we're not selling off. So if we do maintain this position, I'll look at re-entering our position to take this thing higher. The Q is doing the same thing, bouncing off this, and the SPY coming up here. So 3-minute chart. Look at that. It's just riding the 8. It's riding the 8. Do y'all know if I can go back to a specific day? Is there a way to jump back? Like if I want to go back and check May 14th, can I go back and check May 14th without having to scroll over? Does anybody know that? If you know it, throw it in the YouTube live chat. See if we can help each other. bottom button near all. Right here. Oh, look at that. God, look at that. Man, y'all are geniuses. Y'all are geniuses. I love it. All right. So look at this. Look at this day. This is May 14th, which was last Friday. It's Friday? Yeah, May 14th is Friday. So this is what it looks like. We popped early. We based. We popped again. A little bit of come down here, and then we based a little bit and then raged all day long. And look at the 8 and 21. The 8 and 21 never even touched until right before the bell. So, and this is kind of what I'm looking at. It's a similar action. The 8 comes up, almost touches, come down, and boom. They just never touch and go up and up and up. And the day grinds, and the price action sticks to the 8 and comes up and up and up and up. Now, let's choose the morning lines. Let's use the and I'm going to change the color on these too. Let's look at the plays here. So this is the morning range. 905 right here. So there's the high. There's the low. And let's change the color of these. So let's make these red because this is a different. No, let's make them a little different color. Let's make them green. So this is the numbers for that day. Look at this. So it came up, it popped off the range, came down, popped it again, touched the range, came up, and then broke through finally, based a little bit like we just did, and then finally popped. A little bit of sideways action, and then just came on the way up all day long, just riding it up. It stuck to the 8 most of the time. Sometimes it came down, touched the 1, but it pretty much glued to the 8 all the way up all day long. And it went from 413 all the way up to 470. That's a $4 gain. And if you're looking at the delta at 43 cents, what's 43 times $4? It's about what? It's a little over $2. So it's a $2 gain. And if you're looking at a $2 gain on roughly a $1.70 premium, I mean, you can do the math. You're talking over 100% gain. So if you can identify a trend day early and you can get in on the ground floor on a trend day, you can make a killing. And that's what we're looking to do here, baby. That's what we're looking to do. So, all right. Let's go back to live and see what's going on here. So let's go live. 20th. Go. I love it. Thank you very much for giving me that little tidbit. I learned from y'all just as much as you learned from me. All right, let's go back here. Bought 415 for $1. Sold for $1. I'm still licking my newbies from earlier this week since that was on share random day. What premium should you look for? Well, right now we're at $2, and it all depends on the trend. If we continue on this trend, then yeah. Now, survey says and analytics say, if you've got pre-market highs, you've got this range, and we pop the pre-market. If we pop the day's highs, it's a bullish day. Take calls on volume to go up. Now on volume, the squeeze momentum is still firing, and this is a perfect example of squeeze momentum, by the way. Right here, we've got 3 black crosses, which is a definition of a squeeze, and we finally get the gray cross, and let's hope we get another gray cross to continue forward. So things are looking very bullish. 8 and 21 is very much separating. So, I mean, I'll tell you that I am probably pretty soon to entering into the rest of my calls to just go back into this position to put my wrist back on the table and go from there. Can you take me higher? All right. Let's see. I love it. Can I get some shout outs? Yes, you can. I appreciate it. Can I get some shout outs? If y'all do want to support the channel other than Patreon, you can do it through YouTube Super Chats, which is at the bottom of your chat box there. Always appreciate it. There's just a couple of different ways for you to support the community if you feel inclined to do so. So far, things are looking up and up, and I'm just going to kind of pop around the market here and see where things are going. And yeah, so the first line of defense is the 8 EMA on the 3 and 5. The second line of defense is the 21. So if it pops to 21, then you start thinking about, okay, something's going on here. If we get a big drop below the 21 EMA, then I'm out. I'm out like a thief in the night, and then I'll re-enter a position if need be. Man, TradingView is so much better than TOS. I'm going to have to switch someday. Yes, you are, Howard. Yes, you are. Get on the TD or the TV, the Trading View gang. Thank you for being here, though, Howard. Is it still too late to get in? If this is a trend day, no, it's not. But I'll let you decide that based on my analysis. Are those prices in the chart entered via script, or is it just an option to select in Trading View? What do you mean? You talking about these over here? The prices here are based on the lines I formed there. Next to time frames. Red forming. Yeah, it's red forming. You know, red's going to form. Zoom out. Get off the 1 minute chart if you're on there. So I'm on the 3 minute. Got this little thing here, and I'm just watching that AMA. I'm just watching the 8. Did you enter the other half position? Not yet. I may do it on this little pullback here. If we get the bounce off of the 8 here, I'll probably re-enter this position here. But I'm going to wait to see what this thing does. On the chart and the white boxes. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about. I'm going to stop my TV Pro and rebuy under your affiliation. Everyone should do the same. I hope that can work. I don't know if that'll work. I'm sure I hope it does. That's awesome. I thank you very much, Will, for doing that. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I already paid for a year. Yeah. I do appreciate y'all's sentiment though. It's good stuff. You talking about here? Oh, you talking about the price action? Yeah, that just comes with the. I didn't set those up. That was on there. So like when you check the time frame, those are just on there. Oh, yeah, the pivots. Yeah, those are the pivot HL right here. That's this indicator. You're talking about these numbers. Yeah, those are the pivots. That is the pivots indicator. Yep. I'm up about 20% on these calls here, and I'm still holding because I think this is going to keep on going. So we'll see. We will see. My brain would explode if I traded anything less than 1 minute. See, the 1 minute. Let's look at the 1 minute for a while. Let's just stay on the 1 minute for a while because people always ask, why do I trade the 1 minute? What do you trade, the 1 or the 3? And I'll show you exactly why I don't trade the 1 minute. One. The 8 EMAs give you false indications left and right. Look at this. The 8 EMA dips hard. If I saw this action, these big 3 red candles on a 5 minute chart, that's a considerable pullback. And that's going to start to give me the willies. And I'll probably consider exiting position if I see this kind of action. On the 1 minute chart, this stuff happens all the time. I mean, look at the base. You have red. You got the 8 swinging up all over the place. So that's why, like, the 1 minute is an instantaneous snapshot of the price action, and I don't like to make decisions off that. It gives me false indications left and right. It makes my emotions fluctuate too much. I don't want to do that. So that's why I don't do the 1 minute. And I'll sit here and watch. Let's just watch these candles on the 1 minute, and I'll have the 3 minute pulled up on my E-Trade so I can watch that. So you can watch the 1 minute just so I can explain through there why I don't trade it. So we're currently basing right here, the past 10 minutes right up in this range. And what we're doing is popping sideways, and what I want to see is another follow through to come out. So it appears on the 1 minute chart, the 34 appears to be roughly the bottom. So we came close to the 34 EMA. Here we touched it, and come back up. So all right, so let's see here. So on the 5 minute chart, here we are above the range of the day. And what is it, 9:59, or it's 10 o'clock Central Time, 11 Eastern. So we're getting close to lunchtime. Eddie says, I've been here since the beginning. I see a lot of people still struggling with stop losses, specifically the new ones. This would be a great idea to help others by doing a video on stop loss. Okay. I'll do a video on stop loss. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Stop loss video. Okay. And basically, you know, the whole thing about stop losses is to keep you from doing stupid stuff. Trading is 95% emotion. Hey, we got a big green candle on the 5-minute chart there. I love it. So, let's see some follow through on the second candle. So yeah, stop losses keep you from doing something stupid. Trading is 95% emotional. So when you have a position like that and it's down, your first instinct is, oh, I'm going to hold it till it comes back. I hate seeing that negative 10% number, that negative 8% number. So I need to hold it and see if it bounces back. Well, it's all situation dependent. There are times to hold and let it come back green. There are times to do that. But you have to have the experience to identify those certain situations. And that certain situations is not every single time. It's actually less than most of the time. You can't do that every time because you're going like most of the time you're going to get smoked and you'll turn a 5% loss into a 30% loss if you have that mentality. Stop losses keep you from doing some stupid stuff. Now me, I don't set stop losses while I'm monitoring constantly like this because I can get out of position quickly. Sometimes I'll exit a position before it even comes close to going red, depending on the situation. So I don't use trailing stop losses. I'll just throw that in there. I'll only use stop losses. But I'll set that stop losses according. And it depends on me too. Like you have to know your system. My system may not work for you, but sometimes I'll set it as 10% loss, and sometimes I'll set it up above. A psychology video is absolutely needed, and I will do that. In fact, and to me, psychology is the most important aspect. And people put so little emphasis in their learning on psychology. It's all about the technical side and learning. That everyone wants the crystal ball they can look into and say, you know, how do I do this? But there is no crystal ball, and there is no magical technical indicator that's going to get you a 90% win rate. You get a 90% win rate by controlling your emotions and learning a system and sticking to that system. So you have to stick to it. And if you keep changing system after system after system, you're never going to grow. You're never going to learn. You got to pick a system that you like. You got to grow it. There's nothing wrong with adapting and changing. I do it all the time. I threw the 834. My system now looks way different. Or my setup looks different now than it did in March 26 when y'all met me. Because I've learned from a couple of people smarter than me, and I've added a few things into it and taken a few things out. RSI was great for long-term stuff, and I used it when I was holding overnight. Now I've since taken it out of my daily stuff because it's not necessarily accurate on the daily stuff. I've added the squeeze momentum indicator. I've added the 34 back into it, and I used to use the 34 EMA. I've since added back in because a lot of people smarter than me still use it. And it's a great indicator to show where support levels are. So, or where I'm not support levels, where they sometimes the price action likes to use the 34 as support. So it's just an example of that. And but bottom line is that your system can breathe and grow and adapt, but your psychology is what you really have to work on. You really have to work on it. Do I ever look at VWAP? Yes, I do. Yes, in fact, I got VWAP up on my E-Trade, which is beside me. You can't see it. One of the best pieces of advice I got was that your emotions for risk tolerance is like a muscle that needs to be developed. It absolutely does. Like it absolutely does. Like right, like you have to be able to. And I'm still learning. I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm still doing it. I have to realize like my biggest problem is cutting runners' profits too short. Like right now, I'm up almost 20%, cutting that thing short. But my thing is, I want to see this follow through. And you're never going to get those 50, 60, 70% big wins if you don't allow the price action to breathe and follow through and trust your system. I'm trusting my system now. The way this thing looks and the way this thing's acting and the way it bounces off the 8 tells me we're going to continue on higher. It just looks like one of those trend days. And that's just through my experience and chart. And if it doesn't, cool, I'll get out of position. But I'm letting the price action dictate my entries and exits. I'm trusting my system. I'm letting this thing grow a little bit. And if it doesn't, if it breaks down, I'll get out. And right now I'm up 20%. You know, if I get out for a 10%, it's still an amazing win. Like, don't look at it, oh, it's 20%, I gave up and I sold it at 10. I'm still letting it win, but I'm doing it for a reason. I'm not letting it drop to 10% because I'm just letting it fluky doing it. Like, I've got a reason why I let it go to 10%, and that's exactly why I don't care if it goes back to 10%, because I'm letting this thing do what it's going to do, and I have a plan and an action. And just because I let it go to 10% is because I'm letting it do it, and it's fine with me. Make sure you have a reason for everything you do. Everything you do. Where's the Patreon link? Here, let me post it in there. Yeah, so make sure you have a reason for every single thing you do. And I promise you, you will become a better trader just on that. Even if it's a losing trade, tell yourself, why did I lose this trade? Why did I lose yesterday's trade? Because I had a bias that this thing, it was going to be it was a big dip. The heaviness of the pre-market yesterday was going to bring it down further. So when it tested the bottom channel and that one big red candle popped through the bottom range, I went ahead and took puts. It was a terrible play. It was an awful play. But I admit to myself, my bias caused me to jump in that early, and it cost me profits. But you have to be honest with yourself. The day before that, greed cost me a play because I bought a call. I was very happy playing the bounce. It was a scalp. I was up 8.5%, and I wanted 20%. It was greed, and then I didn't take it off the table, and I eventually went negative like 19%. So be honest with yourself when you lose, and be honest with yourself when you win. And I promise you, you'll become a better trader. Stepped off soapbox. Creed is the reason. Yeah. All right. So Braun Van Varden says, "Hey, I'm here for the first time. Where are you trading? Like you talking about where's my butt sitting, or where is like I'm trading on E-Trade? Like all my plays are in E-Trade. What you're looking at is TradingView. Big green or green for me. Yep. Here we go. There's TradingView. And if you do wish to, I know somebody asked about the Patreon. There is the Patreon. So I posted both the TradingView affiliate link and also the Patreon. If you do want to support the Patreon, there is the link there. I really appreciate it. Hey, Cammy Gray comes in and pledges for the Patreon support. I really, really appreciate that. That's awesome stuff, man. A huge amount of support and overwhelming generosity coming in from the community. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Got a lot of cool stuff coming out, man. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. I know the tier 2 is cool. Got a cool more, excuse me, a couple of cool attributes as well. And then I've got an awesome personal finance budgeting tool that I've built over the 8 years. It's an awesome Excel sheet. I mean, it's unbelievable. It links together. Basically, what you do is you put your transaction there. You put your transactions in. It links everything to it automatically populates everything into income statements, balance sheets, your bank account consolidation balances, everything. It's an all-in-one Excel sheet. So I'll be giving that to our tier 2 and above Patreons. So be on the lookout for that as well as a couple other things. So awesome stuff. Thank you very much for your support, Cammy. Thank you very much. What's the commission on E-Trade? Cost me 65 cents for one option on SPY. I figure that's not a bad price. That's the same on E-Trade. Same thing. I don't worry too much about commissions unless it's egregious because it's part of the deal. It's part of the deal. I've been using E-Trade since the entirety of my career, except my little. I had a tested I tested Webull out for a little bit when I was trading Bitcoin and a couple other things there. So yeah, that's it. Back in the day. All right, what we got? Green, green, green. Might have to get tier 2 now. Ian Kenny, you're funny. You're funny. Sometimes I look at the movement on SPY and think, wow, it's already gone up over % by mid-morning. It can't possibly go up that much higher. That's exactly why you need a trading system. Exactly why. Wow, Cami Gray with another super chat, man. She's doubling up on the support. Cami, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So I'm glad I was able to make you some money, though. She said, I made half of this from your play and the other half from mine and open. Let's do it. Thank you very much for being here. Thanks for that. I'm glad you're able to make some money and learn a little something along the way. So good stuff. 4 greens in a row. Are you going to jump back in? Probably need to. I probably need to. Where are we at? That's the 5 minute. Let's look at the 3 minute. Bouncing off the 8 EMA. Still climbing up. That's what I like to see, baby. Viking Trader again, wham, awesome stuff. He's coming in with the super chats, man. Awesome. Thank you very much for all of your support. Awesome stuff, man. I hope everyone's making some money. We are turning and burning now, baby. I just crossed the 23% threshold, and now we're turning and burning. So this is what I like to see. This is what I was hoping for and planning for. I think we are. I mean, this. I'm not gonna. I don't want to make predictions. Beaver Terror. Awesome name, by the way. But I do not want to make a prediction. But this reeks of one of those melt up days where it just grinds a little by little by little, and before you know it, we're at like 416 by the end of the day. So yeah, that's what we're looking for, baby. That's what we're looking for, and yeah, so that's what I'm hoping for. Thanks to your video, I picked a strike with the lower delta, and it's serving me well. Absolutely, man. I did the same thing. That's how I pick it. So awesome stuff. So my implied volatility was at 13% when I bought this thing. That's super low. So I don't really have to worry about Vega killing me, coming out of the woodwork and say, hey, I'm here, and killing my position. My delta was about what I think I said 42%, I think, give or take. I don't have my options chain up right now. So that's that's like 24% gain per dollar of movement in the SPY. So if this thing ranges $2, that's a 48% gain on a $2 movement in the SPY, which I really like. That doesn't take into consideration gamma, but we're close enough, you know. So awesome stuff, and I hope this thing grinds higher and higher. Not for me, for you. I want y'all to get a big 30% win. So thank you, Viking. Thank you, Cami. Thank you, Kay's Way. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Awesome stuff. I didn't mention Kay's Way, man. He's coming out, throwing out the super chats. I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it stuff. So another Patreon supporter coming in too. Swirl's coming in with the tier 2 because he wants that Excel budget sheet. So I promise you, there's a few things I need to adjust that I had tailored to my liking, and I'm going to have that thing rolled out this week or next week, so y'all can start doing some proper budgeting. And also comes with that is live support. I will help you with anything on that Excel sheet. I'm a bit of an Excel guru myself. I know my workplace has exploited that feature a lot. I've built so many Excel sheets I can't even think straight. I actually built an Excel sheet for what's it call it? What's that stupid thing called? Fantasy sports with the draft picks and stuff. So pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. All right. So let's look through the 3. And before you start going, like when stuff like this happens, you have to be very aware to let your emotion not to get the best of you and say, and forget about the market situation, because things can still roll. I'm bullish right now, obviously, but this could still tank, and that's what we have to look at. I've got a little bit of red forming right there. You just gotta keep an eye on it. So XLF, let's see what it's doing. Same thing, climbing. The Q's up almost $5 a share right now, up 1.5% at the top. Still using that little 8 EMA as a trade, as support. Part of being a Patreon as well is you get your own Patreon indicator, like your name turns red, and you get access to the Patreon only chat room, the voice chat room that we did this morning, which by the way, we did our first Patreon only chat this morning, which was great. Had a lot of good talks. And then of course you get in the Patreon general chat room or lobby. So do a lot of talking here. If you did sign up today, please link your Discord to your Patreon account so you can automatically get all that stuff. How do you read volume profile? Volume profile here. So you've got, I'll preface that with an explanation of the volume indicator, which a lot of people use. Is pretty much the standard. It comes on all your profiles standard. So this is volume during the time frame. So you've got green candles, red candles. Everybody pretty much understands that. So this is a 3 minute. So this is 3 minute candles. The problem with that is that you can get a big volume, like a big green candle, in a very small movement in price. You could also get a very big candle here and a very small volume candle. So it's not necessarily relative from the visual standpoint. That's why I like to tie in this. The volume profile is volume at price. So this shows the volume at 409.16. So we know here we've got the strong volume in this 409-ish area. So if the price were to come there, we know that. So up here on the 3 minute chart, we've got support here at 413.53, and we've got another support forming here at 414.09. The bigger the volume, the more support you've got there. And that's what we want to look at. That's why I use the volume indicator, because now I've got volume and I've got volume at price. And if you zoom out to the 1 month, you've got a huge support right here at 414.38. That's just from previous, like all day, every time we had a massive consolidation here a couple of days ago, or last week we had another one here. We bounced right off this 414 level and massive consolidation in this range. So it just shows you this consolidation. And right now we're churning and burning through this volume right here. We're at 414.30. We're coming up right in the middle of this. We might find a little consolidation right here, maybe even a slight little dip, and then on forward. So I love the volume profile. I think it's one of my most important volumes. Everything volume-based and price-based, or I would say volume-based, I would say I'll take the price out because pretty much everything's based on price. But volume-based is money, and that'll tell you basically where the buyers are selling. Buyers are and the sellers are, the big stuff. Did you happen to look into the TradingView affiliate link? Yes, I did. I sent an email early this morning. I'm still yet to receive a response. In fact, I'll check it right now to make sure I'm getting y'all an answer. Hey, Mrs. OM is texting me right now. She's got a little break in the action at work, so let's text her back. She just told me today she found that the hashtag Be a Millionaire Day. So today's Be a Millionaire Day. What a great day to have a melt up grind day on the SPY, because today's Be a Millionaire Day. Awesome stuff. Look at that hashtag out there. Good stuff. She's trying to get caught up at work. She's pretty busy. She's in the medical field for those new people. She's a butt kicker. Anybody who knows anybody in the medical field, butt kickers, and she is especially one herself. All right. What else we got? I'm missing some questions here. Ethan asks, so what would be the ideal situation you would like to see for an add to your position, like a big green candle like we saw at 1045, then a slow pullback? So right here, I just want to, I want to get it what I call the warm and fuzzies. So I know this thing so far is bouncing off the 8, which is good, you know. On days like today, which obviously hindsight's 2020, if this does grind up and continue, you could pick up, call it, you could add a position any time and make money. It's just when do you want to do that? I don't want to be greedy because I still have a great position size and I'm still up quite a bit because I had good confidence in that. I think I said medium confidence in that. So, and that reflected in my position size. So we'll see where things go. And if I get a warm and fuzzy, I'm based on the price action, I'll re-enter. If we base off of here, if we pop off of here, I'll probably take another position if I see some strength coming into this. So we'll see. Good stuff. I love it. I love it. Can you take me? I need to mute the super chat I need to mute the YouTube so I can play that in my head for a little bit. Get me pumped. I can't play it over here because I'll get pulled. Let's see. Good stuff. Sorry, but I went to the TV link and didn't exactly see what the affiliation was on that page. Don't want to bother. Yep. So, yeah, I've got an email out to the TradingView team to see if they can fix that. So nothing yet. They haven't responded yet. Oh no, they did. Let's take a look. All right, here's what the email said. I'll read it verbatim to you. It says if it's the first time people visiting the website, then a pop-up will appear saying that they've been referred by someone and they will be rewarded with up to $30 if they choose to purchase a subscription. If it doesn't say anything about you or your account, then here's how it looks, and it's just a generic just a generic TradingView site. If it's not their first time on their site, then no pop-up will appear at all. So I would assume that you're still getting the credit and you're still getting my stuff. And if it's not, please let me know, and if you do sign up and you don't get a $30 credit or up to a $30 credit or whatever their reward is in your account there, please let me know, and I'll immediately send an email to the affiliate manager person. So all right. Let's see here. Good stuff. I also just got the quote back for the Options Millionaire mugs, the coffee mugs. I found a really awesome coffee mug last night. Once I get the rendering back for my image on it, I'm going to put it in there. I know we already voted on one, but the company I was using for that quote I didn't really necessarily like, so I used a different one. I'm going to post that image here and see what y'all think about it and see if you want to do some pre-orders. But I don't want to keep ramming down the Patreon down your throat here, but if you are a Patreon, you do get 10%. If you're tier 2, you get 10% off all merchandise, and all Patreon members get first pick of the merchandise. Let's see. Got to get to work 15% on the day. Thanks, OM. Maybe we'll see y'all this afternoon. Thanks, Mads. Great play. 15% is fantastic. Yep, I'm doing stickers too. Awkward spell. I'm doing stickers too. I'm warm and fuzzy up 25%. Thanks, homie. Need to dig deep in the strategy and back tests. Great job. Thanks, Ethan. Awesome. 25% is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. How many high confidence plays do you have a month? About 2 to 3. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. It does happen. Does it matter that you don't see separate buy and sell volume on the volume profile? I think there is a volume profile that does do that. It breaks it out like in horizontal separations. But no, because all I want to see is that there's volume at that price and how the candles are manipulated off that. All right. Yep, this is a grinder, and Julie says during lunch hours, does volume usually drop? I mean, yeah. there is usually a lull in play or maybe a little pullback during lunch. So, yeah. Still climbing. Here we go. Got a little green coming off the 3-minute candle. That's exactly what I want to see. Good stuff. Good stuff. So XLF still climbing. Q is popping up. That's look at that. Nice little big green candle. Awesome stuff. Do we have a referral code for E-Trade? I might be switching there soon. Yeah, I'm actually going to set that up. I looked into it yesterday. I'll get that on there. For those of you who are looking to trade or switch over to E-Trade, yeah, I'll post my referral link in there too. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. Good stuff. Have I ever tried my strategy on TQQQ? I have not. This particular strategy, at least, no, I don't. I'm always sticking to SPY. Any thoughts on putting out an OM pint glass? I like drinking my cup of tea out of a pint glass. Yeah, I've seen that in there. I would consider it in the future. I'm going to do a bunch of different rollouts of merchandise over the next year, as per needed. I personally don't drink, so. I haven't thought about a pint glass, but if there's a lot of interest in it, I'd be happy to roll one out eventually. Yeah, for sure. Are there any things you look for that indicate early on that this might be one of those slow burn up type days? Yes. Opening price action. Got a little more green coming into play here. Opening price action and then the opening ranges. See, today I didn't. Usually we wait till 9:05 my time, 10:05 Eastern to like enter a play or to see how the volume shakes out, and I entered the play right at 9:05. And because like we popped out here and we didn't get this chop in here, we just popped out and rolled. So getting a little bit of breakout here, and let's look at the 1-month chart. So we're currently we're trending, we're popping right through this volume on the 1 month. We got a big volume shelf right here on this 414 area, and we're popping up through it. We're popping up through it. Fixing to hit bench today. Going for that 355 power like the SPY. I love it, Ethan. You got that big old bench, buddy. You're trying to go for my. I'm trying to hit 355 this year. For this year. That is my bench goal. So I'm trying to get 30 unbroken pull-ups and trying to get 355, and I want 450 on squat. So that's my 2020 goals. And get under 200 pounds body weight. Hard to do. Shed weight and get stronger. So. All right, we're approaching the 40% gainer on these calls, so I don't want to be greedy, but I don't want to be stupid to take stuff off when it's in the middle of a run either. So I'm watching this very closely. I will not hesitate to pull this thing off the shelf in the event that we have a downturn. So, yeah. My problem is, Ethan, like this year, this past thing, the whole thing with Corona, I've got a home gym in here, so I didn't have, the whole fitness thing didn't hit me, like all the gyms closing. So I try to kill the power lifting, man, get stronger, and put on a little too much weight. So I definitely need to shed about 15, 16 pounds to get back under where I want to be and maintain my weight. So good stuff, good stuff. All right, I'm going to go ahead. Let's see. Let's switch to the 3. We still popping. Can you take me high? I've been playing Creed on repeat. That's my secret. That's my secret. I've been playing Creed on repeat. So y'all just take a look at this volume. We got this huge shelf right here, right there. So just be aware of that. The POC line, which I can't figure out to get it back up there, but you see this dark line? That's the POC, which is called the point of control. That's basically the largest volume on this time frame is right here. So and we're popping through this range like it's nothing. So that's why I have strong confidence. When you see this volume right here and it blows right through it, that's a strong bullish day, man. It's a strong bullish day. When resistance doesn't hold it down, it's a strong bullish day. Can you take me higher? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Dirty Bulker, yeah, I've done that. Yeah. Plus, I love the sweets, man. Sweets are my Achilles heel. Hey, OM, when you first started trading, how much did you start with? Oh, man, that's a loaded question. That is a loaded question. So I started with roughly 20 grand back a long time ago, and that was a combination, or it was like 23. It was a combination of military bonus, just a little bit of money I had laying around saved up, and I extended that to 58,000. I turned it into 58,000. And that was 8 years ago, a little more than 8 years ago. And that was through, hold on a second. Booyah. So yeah, that was through a lot of stupid plays that I got very, very, very lucky on. Must be my singing. Sorry, I know I keep singing that. I'll try not to. I know I have a terrible singing voice. You know that. I'll stop. So here's the thing, though. Like we're powering through this resistance, powering through it, and the week's high is 416. So if we test 416, I mean, this thing is gonna rock. It's gonna rock. So good stuff. All right here. So it's starting to get a little crazy. I'm starting to enter into the realm of greed, which I don't want to do that. So yeah, good stuff. And you got to be very much aware of that. So, oh, we got another push. Come on now. This thing's trying to push up again. Let's go to, sorry, I'm completely neglecting the trading view. My bad, people. My bad. All right, let's go to the 3 minute. Man, look at that. Just absolutely going parabolic. I love it. Is there a place in the Discord to download trading view setup? I think there is. I think someone created what's called an algorithm or something like that. So it's cool. We'll see. It keeps on climbing. It's melting up, baby. Melting up. Wow. Keep on going. Holy smokes. There it is. Man, it's hard to get in now. You're starting to enter the realm of, all right, we're getting pretty high here. I'm actually about to exit the position myself. Like, at this, enough's enough. Like, I've made a great play here. Enough's enough. You know, I'm not going to get greedy here. So this thing's popping now. It's going parabolic. We'll see if this thing runs out. So let me type out my play and the OMO only, my exit. At everyone. Out. All right, cool. Let me post this in here. Oh, look, it just dipped. Sweet. So, all right, so let me go back. Scale. Too late, Luca. Gah. Luca told me to scale out. So, no, I'm happy with that. That's a very cool play. So, oh, look, it's 255, 256 right now. So, I'm very happy with it. You know, that's an incredible play. If we do keep going, you know what? I'll enter again. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I think that's my biggest gain. Since doing the Discord. So all stuff. Good stuff. All right, what we got here? Y'all know me. Wait, how can people talk in the OM only plays room? I thought that was read only. Somehow that got changed. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Good stuff. I'll take it. That just paid for a couple of weeks of losses. Good deal. All right. Thanks, Option Millionaire. Yep. Thanks, Gully. Appreciate that. Yeah, if y'all made a play, if y'all made some good money off that, that was a considerable win. Yeah. The highest gain so far is 31%. I think that was, I didn't even see what the final percentage was before I closed that. I'll calculate the exact. Good stuff. That was 52%. A 52% win. I'll take it all day long. Man, that's good stuff, especially after yesterday's stupid loss. That stupid play I did yesterday. It's nice to come back with a 52%er. I paid for a lot. Good stuff. It's always good. Had a nice strong day. You put your money in there, a little bit bigger position size. Boom. You hit it out. So good stuff. I hope y'all learned a little something along the way. Why not use trailing stops to secure profits at the same time? Allow it to run. I just know I posted the question and sure, but felt, yep. You know, me personally, man, I just don't use trailing stops. It is what it is. I like to keep things simple and manage my stuff manually. Some people call me crazy. It just is what it is, you know. Julie in at 203 out of 263. Awesome play. Still an awesome play. Well done, Julie. Good stuff. This very well could be a trend day and keep on going. It probably will. You know, 52%, 50%. And you know what? I will re-enter if I see this thing continue to go up, because we went exponential there for a second. If this comes down and touch the 21 or this 8 right here, I'll enter back in. You can always rebuy a position. I take my profits off the table and I re-enter. Much easier to follow as well as chop trade days. Yep, for sure. If you made a little money off that, post it over in the testimonial stuff. It's good stuff. Okay, so that was a little over 52%. So I'm in the MMA says I can't find where your trades are. Other people are talking. All right. You might have the channel categories minimized. If you click on them, it'll expand those channel categories, and you'll see OM only plays, and you'll see the SPY exchanges, which is where I hang out, and then of course the Patreon general, if you're doing that kind of thing. If you made money off my play, you know what? I'm going to put a poll in the options room. So, in the polls room. No, I'll do it in the daily sentiment. You know what? I'll do it in the OM only plays room. Let's do that. I like it. So. There you go. Love it. Isaac Gonzalez with the super chat. Thank you, buddy. That was my revenge play from yesterday. You know what's funny? Because I think I messaged Luca this morning and I said in all caps, "I'm making some money today!" Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! So, how do you feel about taking out half and letting it longer? I'm all about that today. I mean, it's such a big win. I just want to take it off. 52% is a fantastic win, especially with that position size. So, I'll take it all day long. Thank you guys. I really appreciate the super chat there. So I really appreciate that. BHE says, you call the dude, you must have his stomach getting through the shake in the morning. Yeah, buddy. Absolutely, And that's part of things. Sometimes you go risk on, sometimes you go risk off. There was a little bit of both. I took half my position off in the morning because of that, and then I let the rest ride. An awesome play. Still a big position size. I'm still very happy with it. There's enough zeros in that I'm happy with it. So let's just roll with it. Be sure to scale out. Yep. Julie Rush with the $10 super chat. Thank you very much, man. Awesome stuff. Y'all are being generous today. 2 days in a row, y'all being so generous. I appreciate it. Yep, selling portions. Luke is coming in to give us some advice there. Good stuff. Still, this thing's still going too. It's still going. I love it. I love it. Missing some comments here in the chat. Let's see here. Let me pick some things up here. Please describe why you made the play today. I see the RSI is above and volume decline, but the other indicators look positive. I would love your perspective. Sure thing, Shades. I'll give you my perspectives. Hold on a second. Got a lot of plays here to cover. Bob Law, another coming up with the super chat. Thank you, man. Awesome stuff. God, I love it. I love it. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are amazing. Y'all humble me. Y'all humble me. This is why I found a new purpose in trading. That's a great thing. First, my purpose in trading was to make money. Now my purpose in trading is to make y'all money. And it's a fantastic feeling. Help y'all out. I love y'all making money way more than I make money. I wish there was a number, like a round number of how much money I just made y'all. Like I wish I could take all of your profits and pile it together. How much money did I just make y'all? And I love it. I love it. Good stuff. Got a lot of notifications coming in here, so let me stand by here. Let me try to get everyone's question answered. Jose with another super chat. Man, I can't even say him fast enough. Awesome stuff. I love it. I love it. Thank you all very, very much. I really appreciate it. Now, this thing's going parabolic, so I hope some of y'all make a little more money if y'all elected to stay on. Wow. Look at that parabolic movement. Amazing stuff. Amazing, amazing, amazing stuff. Thank you, Jose, pretty much, very much. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Julie. Thanks, Isaac. All the good stuff, man. Look at that. I mean, just all good stuff. I super appreciate it. I'm glad you all made some money. I'm up 153% on the call about yesterday morning. Awesome, Beaver Terror. Awesome. God, y'all are crazy. How long can this go? I think we all know the answer to that. I'll just like to reference you to 2020. Profits are profits, Mark. Absolutely. My Discord coming through. Let me mute that thing. Hold on. Boop. Good stuff. I got a lot of DMs. I promise I'll answer everybody throughout the day. So I'm trying to pop them through there. So plans on getting back on? Yeah. I'm not gonna buy this right here. It's because it is going parabolic. I don't want to, just in case it does pull back. So we'll see. I'm happy. I sold when SPY was 413.55. So now what do we do? Let's zoom out a little bit as this thing keeps on going parabolic. So Chris Daniel says, I want this allocated to the Scott Stapp Cameo Fund. You know what? I'm absolutely going to do this. I promise you. I'm absolutely going to do this. This is not a joke. I am going to do the Scott Stapp Cameo. And this, all your super chats will go to doing the Scott Stapp Cameo, I promise. Chris Daniel with this $5 super chat. That's amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. I appreciate that. All right. Brethren to all says, so does this mean that early next week is going to be a major sell-off? It doesn't necessarily mean that. Like I said in my pre-market videos before the week started, that I thought we were going to hit all-time highs this week. Got a little shaky there for a little bit, but I said that, I thought we were going to hit all-time highs, and you never know. We could do that. We still have a long way to go. Still got $5, but very well could do that. When we donate in the super chat, how much do you get to keep? I think, man, I want to say YouTube takes a 3% of that. I'm not entirely sure. This is my first month doing the super chats here, so there's a lot of numbers thrown around at me. But yeah. Man, this thing's still popping. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. Now, that's the thing about trading, man. There are days where you let it fly. There are days where you take a large position size and you let it fly. Patreon link again, please. Sure, let me get that for you. Let's see. And it sure is nice, man. Wins like that are so much nicer when they come after a bad day, like a stupid trade like yesterday. So there's the Patreon account if you do want to. A couple of people asking if you are going to join. There is the link. So I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Keisha joined. Thank you very much. I apologize if I said that incorrectly, but thank you very much for joining. Awesome stuff. I really, really appreciate that. So hopefully I can keep on rolling out all of the plays for y'all to make y'all as much money as absolutely possible. So that's my goal, is to keep y'all learning and making as much money as possible. And the thing is, I want y'all to make your own money too. Like, my goal is where I don't call plays and y'all still make money. Like, because you're doing your thing. I call a bad play, lose money, and y'all still make money. Or I don't call any plays and y'all still make money because you're making your own plays. Now, that's my ultimate goal. That's why, and that's exactly why I am not charging to view my plays, because that's not what I want. That's not my goal. I don't want to perpetuate this notion where you need to pay somebody a monthly fee in order to make money in the market. Like, it's too easy to learn this stuff. And that's exactly why I'm here. All right, got a little bit of red finally forming. It's like it feels like the first red candle since like yesterday morning. So let's see. Jake Higgins with the $5. She says, I got stopped out for 8% loss earlier. Would have been a 100% gainer. Been beating myself up. How do you rally yourself? I stick to my system. Yesterday was a perfect example. Like, y'all probably heard me beat the desk a little bit yesterday. Someone said, did he just smack the keyboard? Yeah. I was very upset about that. It was like, I knew it was just a bad position. I shouldn't have taken it, and my bias is what formed that position here. So what you got to do, you give yourself 3 to 5 minutes, pout, beat yourself up, throw something, pound the table, and then you get over it. Then you move on. And you move on with yourself. You trust your system. That's why it's so important to trust your system. To build a system that you can trust and rely on, because that is what gets you out of grinds. That's what gets you out of a broken streak. If you've got 2, 3, 4 losing trades in a row, you're like, man, I just feel like I can't win. Every time I touch it, it goes against me. Well, you really got to turn towards your strategy, and you got to build a strategy. It looks like we're getting a little downside here. I say downside very lightly. Just a little red candle, that's all. And, whatever. We've had like 10 red, green candles in a row. Liver none today. That's right, Night Frog. So Department of Car Stereo Repair says when you signed off earlier yesterday, it was like taking the training wheels off for the afternoon. Yep. Ian Kenny says 3 and 3 for wins today. Thanks, OM. Use your methods of my own entry and exit. Awesome stuff. I love it. No revenge trade. Absolutely. Looks like a small reversal is forming. I love this guy named Department of Car Stereo Repair. I love it. That mentality will get you followers over other gimmicky traders. Thank you. Well, I appreciate that. All right, so got a little red candle forming, and just look to the 8s. Are we going to bounce off the 8 and go higher? John says, I can't believe someone like yourself really exists. I've been there, done that. I am not one of these hedge fund babies that have been around billions of dollars my whole life, and I've been there, and I've never known loss. Like, I'm one of you. I am absolutely one of you, and I've been there. I've seen red numbers with several zeros behind it. I've lost $56,000 in 2 days. Like, I've been there. I've blown up an account. And I know what it takes to bounce back from it. So that is why I'm helping y'all. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I do not want to see y'all. Like, I cringed when I used to log into Wall Street Bets. I used to cringe because all the crap that I saw, and these kids working at Pizza Hut earning, $8 an hour, who are blowing their money on this stupid crap. It's like, they don't even know what they're buying. You're buying something with 460% in IV. Are you kidding me? It's like, you don't even know what you're buying, and people are getting smoked. So that's what I want to do. That's what I'm trying to do here. Jeremy with another super chat. Awesome stuff. $10. Not to get too mushy, but you're changing hundreds of people's lives. Hope you do realize that. Thank you for doing this and being genuine about it. Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate you. More than y'all know. I appreciate every single one of y'all, man. More than you absolutely know. This has been absolutely amazing. Like, me and my wife sit here every night and just talk about this, and it's just like, it's unbelievable what's happening. It's absolutely unbelievable what's happening. The things that are happening and the people that are showing up, it's incredible. It's incredible. I saw a comment today on Reddit this morning when I woke up, and someone said, hey, I just joined the sub, and I thought this was a place for high-level traders, not just beginners. Why is that? And I was like, well, you know, if you're creating a sub for high-level traders, then you're only going to have like 5 members, because Wall Street doesn't join Reddit. All right, let's see here. I'm like, this absolutely is a place for beginners. It's a place for everybody. It's a place for everybody, not just beginners. And I want everybody. I mean, look at the traders we have. You know, Veteran Exotics, he's in there. The dude's a beast. Apparently, you know, we've had a few new people here that are amazing that, you know, you could learn a bunch from, as well as the people that are just beginning and they've never even opened an account before and they've got $100. So you've got everybody in between, and that's the perfect mix to learn. Why would you want to go to an area that's nothing but experts? You're not going to learn crap because they're not going to teach anything. Just like you don't want to go to an area that's nothing but beginners. You want a good mix. You want experts, you want beginners, and everything in between. And the only thing I'm here to do is facilitate that. I'm just the middleman of getting you all to learn something. And if I can help you along the way, so be it. It has a bucket. It says, you have a great voice just to have that in the background. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do have a neutral accent, even though I'm living in the Deep South. My whole family is from New York City. So they're all like super like gangsta type or like Goodfellas type accents. And I live in the South. So I grew up in the South. I was born in the South. Or no, I was born in the North. I was born in New York City and I live in the South. So it's like I have a neutral accent. So some people like that. I don't talk like this and I don't talk like this. You know, I'm not from New York, you know? So, you know, I have a little bit of it in the middle ground. Good stuff, though. Good stuff. Good stuff. I promise I'll answer everybody's questions here in a bit. We just have a lot of stuff. Favorite memory as a pilot? My first solo. To this day, there is nothing like my first solo. If you're a pilot, or if you ever flown a plane, or you're licensed, that very first solo, there's nothing like it. Like when you're sitting on the tarmac, you start the plane up, you get on the runway, and the first time you slam the power to full, and you're by yourself, there's no instructor beside you. Amazing full. I mean, you hear the engine wind up, you start rolling down the runway, and you're like, wait a minute. When I finally go wheels up, I'm by myself. It's completely in my hands. What happens? It's an incredible feeling. It's an incredible feeling. Time for puts. Don't even mention the P word in this room. Not right now. Don't even mention it. I promise you. This is not the day for puts. Why try to scalp on a trend day? So we're killing it right now. There's no news. There's nothing's coming back. Just people are profit taking. So think about what this is. I was AMA in U.S. Navy. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. I'm in Oklahoma. My accent sucks. I don't mind the Southern accent. I actually love it. You know, because of being my entire family being in like Northern accents and stuff. I like the Southern accent. It's different. Yeah, it's a slight pullback. So we finally bust through the 8 EMA on the 3-minute chart. little bit of profit taking. So just be very careful. Like I'm, you know, if you're still holding a position there, you know, just don't hold off for a reversal here. Why risk your profits? Dang, that's a big old sell-off. Holy smokes. Look at that. Huge selling volume, just tanked it. Wow. You make the worst decisions when you're up. Yep. Yep, you do. You do. If you made a little money off these plays today, just please post them in the testimonial room. Go in there and shine a little light on your system. It's good stuff. I wonder if this might be a good time to try to get back into the trend on the way up. I think so. But, you know, at the same time, just make sure there's no more downside yet. Just make sure there's no downside. Thanks, Kami. Awesome stuff. You could have made 520 off that, made about 50 something after backing up your plays. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, just trade smart. That's all. Y'all are doing so good. All right, let's look at the right charts here. So look, we bounced right off the 21. Came down and bounced right off the 21. Now that the Greeks video was done, what video do you think about doing next? I'm looking at, of course, someone said do a stop loss video. I think the exact next one I'm going to do is going to be the squeeze momentum indicator. I get a lot of questions over that. And then the stop loss, and then I want to do on psychology, which is kind of hard to do. It's like, how do you quantify psychology, which you can't, but it's just really me talking about stuff. And like today will be a great one to do, like reviewing this play, because a lot of people asking like, how do you hold through a trend like that? So awesome stuff, you know. All right, here. So, yep. Let's see here, because we're right on top of the 21. We're gonna have the 8 come down and kind of do what I call the Italian pinch, come down and touch down on each other, and let's see if we rebound here. Let's see if the strength holds into the afternoon sesh. Just be very careful if you're still holding a position. You know, make sure that this is a rebound into a bullish session in the afternoon, because we've raged. We've absolutely raged. And something I meant to do earlier, actually. So weekly highs is what? This is this 416 level, which we're right on top. We're right near it. So we've done our diligence today. Just be smart. Just be smart. Good stuff. Don Quixote, my all-time chart on RH. Good stuff. Does Weeble have squeeze momentum? I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. Where's the testimony room? The Discord? Yep, it's in the Discord room. Yep, profit taken. There's people taking profits off the table here. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. All right, so all right, where'd my EMAs go? Come on back. There you go. All right, we're still sticking to the 21. Unless we break that, I'm not concerned about anything. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. So. All right, come down and touching on the 21 right now. And might get a bounce off it. We'll see. We'll see. All right, coming down to 821, pinch down here. And I keep doing that. All right, let's look at the VIX. A lot of people talk about the VIX. Let's look at that. The VIX is tanked all day today. 2058. A little bit of bounce of the VIX in the bottom of the day, but very much down. Down 6%. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. So hopefully we got a little bit of that selling action out of the way. People just taking some profits off the table after that crazy, crazy run. To be expected. To be expected. Good stuff, though. I'm re-hitting at 418 strike. I like it. The gray volume. Yep. Yep. The indicator on the right, this is the volume profile. The volume profile. This shows volume at price. Volume at price. Yeah, I'm going to do a volume profile video as well. Volume profile. And as I get better at this tech stuff, the videos are just going to start coming out quicker and quicker because I'm definitely getting, the learning curve is getting shorter. If you happen to wake up late and see the market mooning, should you hop in for calls hoping it will keep mooning? I mean, I never want to use hope or play put since there's always a bounce back. Well, when SPY is on a day like this, you don't even want to consider puts because it'll just keep on grinding. I've done it before. I've made the play where I've literally, as I'm learning all this stuff, I'll just hop on. Okay, it's super high. I'll buy puts and log off, and then I'll come back to a 30% loss because the SPY will rage all day. And it's basically, you have to know the price action. You have to know the price action. And that's what separates a day like today from a chop day. Say no to hopium. That's right. So if you're looking at a day like today's, do you think we're going to reverse and have a big reversal? No. We're going to have some sell-offs, but do you think we're going to have a big reversal? I mean, let's go back to look at this. We're going to stay on the 5-minute chart here. Look at this big sell-off. People are freaking out. There's 4 red candles in a row. Let's go back to the 3. we're just touching the 21 and people are freaking out, like talking about puts. We're 5 candles in a row after a crazy bull run. So let's go back and look at the 14th. May 14th. Look, it did it here too. We had this crazy run. Profit taking came a little bit early. Big run. We actually popped through the 21 and bounced off the 34. And then we continued on. So it's hard to consider taking puts on a day like today when it's just there's so much buying into the market. A soup mug. Yeah. If we stay strong here, I'll take another call just on the bounce, play the bounce. All right. No problem, Paul. Thank you. I hit my max day trades. No problem, Beaver. Live to fight another day. There's nothing wrong with that. Live to fight another day. Nothing wrong with that at all. IV is currently around, I'll probably readjust them here. If I re-enter, I'll go into the 416s instead of the 415s. And those the IV right now is 13%, so still low. Delta's 44 cents. It's if we bounce, if I take another position. See you guys in 2 weeks. It's all right, Beaver. Well, since we can still learn, buddy. We can still learn. Yep. So if you zoom out to this one, it popped through the volume, and then this is when we started this little sell-off right down here. So now this is where we're basing right now. So have you thinking about upping the stream resolution to 1080p? Letter's a bit hard to see at 720. I thought it was at that high. Let's see what I can do. I'll see if I can look into doing that. Yep. It's coming in clear on my end. So let's see. All right, yeah, I'll take a look and see if I can fix it. Was asking about TradingView subscription level. I need to host all these indicators. Right now I do Pro Plus. That gets me through. That gets me all my indicators I need to do. So yeah, I'll do that right now. Since we got a little break in action, I'll see if I can pull up my YouTube profile and see what I got to do to adjust that to 1080p. I got a downvote on my live profile. I guess people don't like 50% gains. All right, let me see here. Let me see here. I'm still looking. Coming on the pinch here on the 8 and 21. Good stuff. Good stuff. And the whole chart actually looks like the pinch. That's funny. All right. The person that downvoted you stayed for like 5 minutes. Yeah, that's funny. Crazy how making money brings everybody together. That's absolutely true. Agree with your 21 EMA view. Yep. Curse you for the people that are using their own brain. I know. I'm just kidding about that, though. That's fine. I can handle the heat. Somebody says, I'm new here, and I can already tell it's different from other Discords. Yeah, buddy. Because it's all about treating each other with respect, man, and not cheerleading or freaking out or YOLOing or everything like so. I just want y'all to learn something. Yeah, I'll look into the 1080p. I'm not gonna do it right now because I don't want to dig into too much. I want to spend my attention with y'all. But yeah, I'll look into it after today's live stream and see if I get up to 1080p if that's an option. Let me see some likes, folks. Thanks, Keisha. Appreciate that. Another big sell-off. So we finally broke through the 21 on the 3-minute chart. And yeah, so I am still bullish into close. I am not going to even talk about puts. For me personally, I'm just going to wait to buy the bounce. Anyone know here if there is a red-green colorblind mode in TradingView? It seems a little difficult to distinguish between red and green candles sometimes for me. It's a good question. It's a good question. I could look into that. I've seen a lot of streamers run a higher bit rate at 967p, almost indistinguishable from 1080 and a little bit easier on the hardware. All right, yeah. Let me write this down. So a higher stream rate so I make sure I could fix this for y'all. I do have a very fast internet connection, so I can support that. So we'll take a look. All right, so the calls I've got pulled up are, I'm not in a position, but I've got my order form up here. They've dropped from $1.98 down to $1.80 since I pulled this form up. So it is in the downside here, obviously. We got the 8 on the 21. Let's see if the 8 bounces off the 21. The price action right now is dropped below, and it's on the 34 right now. So now I'm just looking. A lot of testimonials today. Real banger. Great job, BHE. Thank you. 28% gains. Luca is absolutely killing it today. Good stuff. 38% gains, 50% gains. Awesome, awesome stuff. All right. I sold the top. Great job, Kibblegram. It's great. It doesn't happen often, and nor should you strive to sell the absolute top or buy the absolute bottom, because this is not feasible. But when you actually do it, man, is it nice. It's a great feeling when you buy and then it immediately tanks. Options Blader, what are you looking at? I am looking at the May 24th 416 calls. Currently trading at $1.86 a piece. Not in a position. Currently 100% cash. But yeah, OM has a Space Force computer, so he's good on the hardware. No, I don't. I don't. Trust me, I'm still in the, I've been trying, I have someone building me a computer, like a computer that can handle all this, because once I realized that I was going to be this Options Millionaire character and I'm going to have to do live streams, and I need a better computer because I just have a basic like Best Buy bought laptop that high end, but still off the shelf. So I went to my buddy who does all this stuff, who's super, super into this crap. And I was like, hey, can you build me a top of the line computer? He's like, you can't get anything. Like you can't. And basically it's the chips. So once the chip problem is solved, I'll have me a nice supercomputer in here that can handle all this stuff. So good stuff. I went further DTE and lower delta. Maybe 11% gains fine with me. Good job, Chris. I love it. See, look at you. Look at that. You're reading the Greeks to make your own decisions. I love it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Thanks, Caseway. I'm glad to be here too. It's incredible. Every day I wake up, I'm excited to jump up and get to my computer and get my coffee and start talking to y'all and do all this stuff. It's amazing stuff. Happy to help with any PC questions you may have. I've built a few myself and familiar with the hardware. Absolutely. If you're in the Discord, I hope you are, shoot me a message here so I know which one of you, who you are in the Discord. And yeah, I'd love to ask you a few questions for sure. The time's coming. That's why it's one of the reasons why I'm doing all this stuff, man, so I can do all that. Buy a mini Mac and you're done with a computer. I've never been a Mac guy, but I'm into it. I'd be willing to switch. A good headspace to get yourself into is to think about selling at the top or buying the bottom as a dodging a bullet rather than celebrating the luck. Part of the mental game. Yep, absolutely. Can you talk about the point of control? Yeah, point of control. Let me see if I can fix this. So it turned off. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix this. So this is show the POC. This is the POC color. Let's see if I can change the POC color. Opacity, 100%. There we go. There's a point of control line. So this pink line is the POC, which is called point of control. Point of control is where your max volume is on this time frame. So max volume at this particular price point is the 409.19 level. So you look at that. Yeah, an absolute point of control does come into play if you're near that position. So this is the 1 month chart. Let's go to the 5-day. Point of control is a little lower here at the 409. And today's point of control is the 413 level right here on the day, 413.58. 413.60. That's because we spent a lot of time here consolidating and before coming up. So, yeah, absolutely. When you get around that area, that's where the big problem, that's where the big volume is in the day. In fact, if we drop down here towards that point of control, which would be a pretty big dip, that might change market sentiment if we drop that far. But if we do, I'll be looking to take calls off this bounce. That's a strong support level. Matt says, such a nice play, OM. I never would have thought today would be bullish. You know what? Prior to me learning my system, I would be right there with you because I never would, why would this thing continue to go like it would be after the past 2 days? Everyone's freaking out, all the selling. So yeah, why would I do that? Well, it's because I traded my system and I trusted my system. I could build one home, sell it to the government, have access to everything. I just ordered some i9s. Holy smokes. I've done enough research to know what the i9 is. Can't you run like 15 screens off an i9 or something like that? I mean, I am still a noob to that stuff, but for sure. You know, plus my 11-year-old son is a big, he likes watching the video game streams and stuff like that. I think PewDiePie, I think his name is. He's the online YouTube streamer about video games and Fortnite. So he wants to do it too. And especially now that I've got this set up and I've got this fancy microphone and I want to do all this stuff. He's like, hey Dad, can I download Fortnite on the computer and stream my Fortnite stuff on my YouTube channel? And I was like, yeah, cool. It's just my computer can't handle it now. So I downloaded Fortnite on this computer that I use for this, and it wouldn't even play. It just can't. The video graphics card can't even keep up with it. So, yeah, I would love to have a good computer just so I could help with him too. When I'm not trading, he can jump on here and do it too. I'm a big old fat computer nerd. Build the PCs all the time. Awesome stuff, Roto. I'd honestly get an M1 Mac as a trading only machine because it has the lowest app latency. You don't need horsepower. Starting to get above my head there, but I'm kind of picking up what you're putting down. I would not be opposed to getting a Mac. I would like to look at the different, settings and stuff like that, and basically long-term benefit, because I don't want to have to get a computer that I have to update in a year. But yeah. Awesome stuff, man. Awesome stuff. Fantastic trades as always. Well, not at all. Not as always. Thanks, Big Red. But you know, I'm human. I do make stupid plays. I never claim to have a 100% win rate. But you know, it's great stuff. I'm glad that we were able to pull out a great win together. I have a 49-inch ultra wide, super stupid wide monitor. I would love one of those super stupid wide monitors. I've got one of these, 36-inch LGs that you can kind of, it's one screen, but you can play two screens off of it. Like you can like put a divider and it has two screens. I've got one of those. I'd love to get two of these, honestly. Unfortunately, in fact, I'm going to post a picture of my setup in the, here, where can I post this? I don't want to post in the SB room and clog that stuff up so you can kind of see what I'm running. Which room do you want me to post this in? Here, let me do, let's see. Where's the silly chats here? Others. Here, you know what? I'll post it in the gaming because it's set up different. So I'll post my setup here in the gaming channel, so you can see the screen I'm running. Now I'd love to get two of these screens. There it is. Okay. All right, there it is. I just posted my setup in the gaming channel and Discord. So if you want to look in there, that's the setup I've got. I've got this fancy mic. I've got the custom shelves that I built. I built out that entire thing that you see there. And then of course the problem is that before, way back in the day, I want to build this for just a one-person trading setup so I can enjoy my setup when I'm trading. So the space I built only can fit one monitor, this one big 38-inch monitor. So what I'm going to do is that since I'm proud of the whole setup I've built here, behind me, I'm going to put a stand-up desk and I'm going to put two monitors and put my setup there. So when I do start like putting me in the video, you'll be looking behind me and you'll see this setup that I built. So that is why. That's my plan, at least. You got the tiny setup, nice and clean. Yep, I do. Yep, I definitely need a standing desk because me being a fitness guru, man, I use guru very lightly. I'm passionate about fitness. My lower back is smoked from sitting in this chair. I've never sat down this long in my entire life. So the fact that I'm sitting here, talking and sitting down all day, every day, it's terrible. So I have to get a stand-up desk. Holy smokes, big ol' sell-off on the SPY. On the SPY. All right. Good to great. Yep. Great break. Great book. I got a lot of great books, man. As you can see, I love reading. So I've got a lot of books up there from every category: investing, military, motivation, spiritual, religious. A whole bunch of books up here. I think it's great to sharpen every aspect of your being, like physical, spiritual, emotional, financial, intelligence, all that stuff. So I read as much as I can. The more you read, the more you grow, in my opinion. So you're just all you're doing is absorbing other people's experiences. Yep. So, question: do you do any long-term investing in the markets? I've got a lot of cash sitting around in Vanguard accounts, and I'm scared because I'm hearing everyone saying inflation. Well, long-term investing strategy is different from this strategy. Obviously, everyone knows that. So you can't necessarily, you do want to take into account if you're starting to buy accounts into the big dips, but man, a big volume came in to buy that up. But I think that we could be nearing the bottom there of this dip. But at the same time, you want to think about 30 years. You're not thinking about this 6 months from now. You're doing it for about 30 years. Because if you try to time the top and the bottom, you're always going to freak yourself out with your long-term investments. Just like look back in 2008 when the market just absolutely tanked. I think it got down to 8,000. The Dow got down to 8,000. People freaked out and pulled their money out. Whereas now look at where we are now, years later. So think about 30 years from now. Who cares about the dips now? Just think about 30 years from now. So yes, I do have long-term accounts. I've got a long-term trading account that I buy and put stocks in. And then I've got my TSP, which for those from unfamiliar, that is the military's, the federal employees version of the 401k. It's called the TSP. And I do have all my money in a G fund right now, just to take a little bit of risk off the table. Doing more trading is the best thing I've done for my wallet and the worst thing I've done for my squat depth. Dude, you're not even kidding. You're not even kidding. So today's actually leg day. So once I sign off here, I'm going to go jump and do some legs. Enjoy. I've got clear skies and 75 degrees, well, like 80 degrees now. Beautiful, beautiful day. So that's what I've got on the calendar after I sign off is some squats. What is that white volume indicator called in TradingView? If you go to indicators, by the way, if you are signing up for a TradingView account, use my link and we both get some rewards for that indicator. And you put in VP and then go down to KV4 coins as the author and then volume profile right there. Right there. So big downside to the SPY right now. And have all these EMAs about to converge together. I need to get 2 monitors minimum. Yes, I do. Because right now I'm running I've got to my right, which you don't see in that picture, is my laptop that I use for my actual execution. And then I've got this monitor where I use for analysis and for y'all. So I do want to get, once I get behind me, I'm going to do those 2. I'm going to get a stand-up desk. I'm going to get 2 of these big monitors. And then the camera that I'm going to have is going to be pointing at me, facing backwards, and you're going to have everything in the background. The problem is once you see my face, there's probably going to be a max exodus, like 15,000 downvotes. So be ready for that. I might actually wear a Halloween mask so I can look prettier. You're young, put it in the C fund. I did have in the C fund. I did. I had 80% C fund, an S fund. I did have some in the I fund, but I took that out since I didn't like the gains in the I fund, so I took that out. Right now I'm in the G fund, just until this crap with inflation kind of blows over for the next 6 to 8 months, and then I'm back in the C fund. Low-cost index ETFs are great for long-term investing. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Bob. Yes, it is. Those are for the WSBs. Nice setup, Hard Rooster. Look at that. Big old curve monitor. Holy smokes. That is raging. I love it. I love it. Those roll aids. That's funny. Nope, I'm still here. I'm still here. $125 people made money off of my play today. Awesome, awesome stuff. I'm so happy that's the case, man. So happy. All right, so now we're playing with the 200 on the 1 minute chart. Obviously, we don't do that. So the 3 minute chart here, we've broken through the EMAs, and the EMAs are starting to reshuffle. Booyah. Good point, Howard. I love this. Fire, and you know what? I'm going to give you the OM GIF as well as my stamp of approval. If I can find it. Where did my OM GIF go? There it is. Booyah. Buy some farmland. Absolutely. Absolutely. Farmland here is an absolutely insane prices. I don't know about y'all, but absolutely insane prices. There's 20 acres of land here going for $2.5 million. It's crazy. Took a put on Alta, set a stop loss, and executed a profit higher than I thought the contract for. How did this happen? Let me read that again. I took a put on Alta, set a stop loss, it executed at profit. So what was your stop loss at? Was it the negative? It's executed at higher than I bought the contract for. I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why it would execute for higher than you bought the contract for if you had a stop loss, depending on where you stop loss set. Sounds like it's a glitch in the matrix. All right, well, yeah, we're currently on the downtrend here. I may consider taking a play if I see a reversal from this downtrend on some volume. Right now, it's blah. I bought at 110, stop loss at 90, sold for 112. I don't know how that happened. I don't know. I can't tell you that. That's an anomaly for me. That's never happened to me. I don't know. Dang, man. I got somebody that's facing some flooding, some money bags. Sorry about that, man. Hopefully that your house stays safe. And y'all be safe, of course. Absolutely. Yep, so super low volume. Squeeze momentum starting to fade on the 3. Let's go to the 5. A little bit of candle. Italian pinch on the 5 minute. Bounced off the 34. which is what happened back on March 14th. Remember, I said that it did bounce off the 34, so capable of doing that. Financial sector had a big sell-off too. QQQ didn't have quite as an egregious sell-off as the SPY, and the SPY is bouncing, and the Q's bouncing. SPY is bouncing too. Good stuff. Good stuff. So we got a green candle here, form and bounce off the 34 on the 5-minute chart and the 21 and the 8. If volume steps in here, I'll be looking to take some calls here. I'm not even thinking about puts because I don't think we're going to be having to worry about that. You never know though, but that's the plan. CP, 16 CPU cores. What is that HP indicator using at the top right? HP. Let me see. HP. VP or HP? I don't know what you're saying. I don't see the HP indicator in the top right. Beautiful stuff. That's hilarious, MS. That's hilarious. All right, so energy is down. Just looking through all the sectors here, just seeing what the market's doing here. XLF is trying to get a bounce. The Q is trying to get a bounce off the 21. And the SPY bouncing off 34. We'll see here. I am not giving back my profits today. I will be very careful. I will be very patient. Oh, I see what you're saying. So, yeah, on my YouTube stream, there's what's called an HP challenge. Like, the more y'all chat, you rank up in HP, and that's what it's showing there. So, that's what he was asking about. I was looking on my screen. So, yeah. So yeah, it just shows the HP for people like super chats and actually chatting. It gets you more HP, I guess. So, it's one of those YouTube features. So, yeah. Yeah, I am not giving back my profits today. Like, especially after a big day today, I don't look at it as free money to play with. I look at it, I am going to be relentless in protecting my profits. Do you know how much there's a delay with the YouTube live stream? About 3 to 4 seconds, depending on the day and the stream. VIX is raging. Jump just here to pump up the HP then. All right. Let's see here. VIX is starting to fall, though. It was raging, but it's starting to fall now. Looks like an upward. Eddie says look like an upward trend, but might be ready to take some into calls. Yeah. So we are in lunchtime now. I'm actually about to pop off here in about 6 minutes and go take care of. Have a little lunch myself and do a little fitness, do some admin stuff, and be back for the afternoon sesh. So it's been a great day, man. I love days like today. Love it. a Civ Tech. I just saw your post. That's awesome stuff. All right. So, yeah, here we go. So, we're looking at here. Let's take this off. That's the weekly high. That's 416.75. I'm going to keep that there. That's the weekly high. And we're going to change this color. Let's change it to yellow. There we go. That's the weekly high. This is the range. Popped out of that, obviously. This is where I took my calls, is somewhere around here. And now we raged all morning, and then here we are now. Took a little dip, and now we're seeing if we actually retrace. So the next trend, let's see here. All right, currently looking at that. All right, so we're nearing the end of the morning session accuracy of the range. It's obviously you don't even really need it much anymore. And then the next trend starts at 12:30, back from lunch, and goes to 1:05. That's my time. So I'm Central Time. So for Eastern Time, it would be 1:30 to 2:05 Eastern. And of course, if you're Mountain Time, getting a little crazy, 11:30 to 12:05. Veteran is preaching some really good stuff in that XPY exchange room. So good stuff to listen to. He's a good guy to listen to. I'm on mountain time. It's indeed crazy. Starting to look bullish. I may consider taking a position here shortly. Have you considered streaming on Twitch? I have considered it. I like YouTube better. I just like the format and the professionalism better, and I can kind of I can go through my recordings and slice them up as I need be and put them on here, and I just like the professionalism of YouTube a little bit better. All right, so the 3-minute chart, we're getting the reversal of the EMAs here of the SPY, and see if we can reverse and hit on higher. Now I'm only down 5% on this reentry. No worries. So right now we're currently, we got the EMAs are all pinched together and the price action is crossing through it. And we're at 12 o'clock. All right, here's the deal. I am going to jump off here, go do some fitness, go eat some lunch because I'm starving, do some leg day. And yeah, I will be back for the morning session. I'm still going to be monitoring the Discord. So if you do have questions, please at me there. You can throw me a DM and a question. I'll still be monitoring the Discord in and out. If I do see a position for some reason, of course, I'll try to give a heads up when it comes to it in the OM only plays, and then I'll post its play in the OM only plays room. Thank you all for being here for the morning session. It is currently noon my time, 1 o'clock Eastern time. We've got about an hour until we set the ranges for the afternoon, and we'll be going from there. So I will post the entry on Discord if I do take it. I don't have one yet, so obviously I'm sitting 100% cash. I am watching the May 24th 416 calls. I'm not even going to take a look at puts until I see an absolute market breakdown, which I do not anticipate today. Not interested in scalping puts today. So I am Options Millionaire. Thank you all for being here. It's been a heck of a day. A lot of generosity and support from y'all. Coming in through the Super Chats and the Discord and the Patreon. So awesome stuff. I really appreciate it. Be on the lookout for awesome new content coming out. It'll be coming your way in the form of education, motivation, behind-the-scenes stuff, a little bit more about me. I thought it might be a cool idea to do kind of like a MTV Cribs thing of how, just a little bit about me. So you can kind of get to know me. All you see is the OM personality. You just want like my personality and how I tick and stuff like that. So just thought it'd be fun to add some of that stuff in there too. Anyway, y'all have fun, be smart, don't FOMO, no mo FOMO, and make it a good entry if you decide to play. Thank y'all for being here. I will see you later this afternoon. See ya.